got real ones round them. Only got it take a week to count it. Then I'm back up, name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up. I can't take no loss, you better call back up. I'm running it down to finish, I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it and did it again, but the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it, I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it, know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss, you better call back up. I'm running it down to finish, I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it and did it again, but the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it, I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it, know you sad about it.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me.
Bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear to like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on second down, Trubisky.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
180.
Throwing on second and 14. Trubisky. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But now it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
He's coming. We got something.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a handoff right side. It's Dixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Ran,
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You track.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, exit.
Check. 59. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sam off. Under crunch. Shoot.
Now Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
94. Hey, shoot. 58, come on.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Saquon Barkley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Here we go. 10-0
the score after 1 on EA Sports. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Throwing Jones. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Trubisky. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
too. Turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
No. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now.
Now Jones to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back. the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Check 43. Check it back. Check it down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Intended for Taylor Gabriel. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, and likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Down. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
One final try now for Manning. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
There goes Sterling Shepard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky, open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll run it again with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check, 59.
3 bucks.
Clear.
A first down carry for Barkley. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A run by Dixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. Trubisky now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Dixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Yeah, that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A game of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Dixon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Trubisky to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 52 yards. As the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Check, crunch.
They'll run for it with Barkley. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Barkley. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The throw over the middle taken in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Barkley. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.